Good morning and happy Tuesday, guys. Goodness, let's see. Cyber Monday was really great. We sold out of everything but our Bible study. So if you're still interested in one of our Bible studies, it's the Rich Bible Study on John 15. Just let me know and we can get that out for you. So here we are at the end of November, and this morning, I'm telling you guys, I told you yesterday that I prematurely started my Advent study, but I went ahead with it this morning. So I did like day 2, and it was talking about God's promises. And so this morning, I have some thoughts that are running around in my mind, and I'm sorry if this is not going to make sense, but there's a phrase that I really just feel like we need to remember this morning, and this is a promise that jumped into my mind as I was doing that Advent study, and I just want to talk about it. And it's from Psalm 23, and it is, he says, this is David talking, surely goodness and love will follow me. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. And so we have this picture from Psalm 23 that our shepherd, Jesus, is leading us out, and then behind us is following goodness and, some say mercy and some say love. Goodness and mercy are following us. And so somebody said we have, I think it was Spurgeon, says we have a great shepherd leading us, and we have 2 guardian angels behind us, that goodness and mercy that are following us. And I was thinking about that, and it's really hard to think about surely goodness and mercy or goodness and love are following me all the days of my life when a lot of times life just doesn't feel good. Like how Lord, could that be, could this situation be good? And how is this a mercy? And how is this a love? And I just thought about Romans 8:26, where it says, and we know in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And I just remember that promise that he is working all things together for good. I know this is just a common promise, but I just keep going back to it over and over again, that no matter what happens to us, God is working it for good. And I think when we are further along in our journey, even if when we get to heaven and we look back and we see what followed us, we are going to see goodness that followed us, and that God was good to us even in the hard things. Even in the hard things that are in life, is that we see the goodness that God sees, and that is going to follow us when we have that shepherd in front of us. We have the promise that goodness will follow us. That is not a promise for somebody who is not following the shepherd. That is a promise for somebody who is following the shepherd. You will find that goodness is following you. And then I was thinking goodness and love, and that's another word for mercy or steadfast love. It's actually found in Lamentations, another familiar passage. It says, because of the Lord's great love, and that's the same love that's in Psalm 23, the same word. It's a Hebrew word, and I probably can't say it, chesed, C-H-E-C-E-D. Chesed, I don't have no idea how to say that. I didn't look. There's, by the way, on Blue Letter Bible, it does allow you to hear how that's supposed to go. But it says, because of the Lord's great love, and that actually means zeal. That can also mean zeal. Like the Lord has a zeal for us. He doesn't just a little bit love us. He loves us so much that he has zeal for us. We are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. And that compassions is another word for tender mercies. And it actually is actually another word they use for the womb. And so just think about how a body, holds that baby in the womb and gives it life. That is the tender mercies and the compassion that God has for us. And this is, they're new every morning. They're new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord's my portion, therefore I will wait for him. So that they are new every morning, meaning that love and that steadfast love is following us. Like every single morning, we can look back and say, oh, yesterday, we saw your love again, and we saw your mercies again. And I just think about looking back on how, whether it's the things that happen to us or the sin that we do, we are going to find that God is working it together for good, and that God has forgiven us for all of those things. And it's, and then we'll be with him forever. The end of Psalm 23 says, I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And so today we have a goodness following us, and we have a love that is following us that is not going to fail. It's not going to fail. We have, no matter what we're going through, God is working it together for good. No matter what we've done, when we look to him for forgiveness, and Jesus has already paid the price. It's that love and the forgiveness and the mercy. It's following us every single day. And today it's all brand new. God has a zeal for us, a love for us. He has the mercy for us. And today he is working all things together for good. And I need to remind of that today, and maybe you needed to be reminded of that. Surely goodness and love will follow me. And I am looking forward to the day that we can look back today. It's really hard to imagine that goodness sometimes and love are following us because life is hard and stuff that happens is terrible. But I'm looking forward to the day where I can look back and see the goodness and the love following us. But until then, we can bank on that. We can live as if it's already true. Even though we don't understand it here in our human mind, we can understand it in our heart and say, I trust you, and say, I don't understand it now, but I know I'm going to look back on this, and this is going to be good, and this is going to be showing your mercy. And so I think that's faith, right? Is that we believe and we trust things that we don't quite yet see yet. And so we need to bank on the fact that there's love and goodness and love following us today. All right, guys. I saw some comments. I was trying not to. Oh goodness, this is gonna. Oh, now it's really gonna mess up. Sorry, guys. Marie said good morning, and she loved that she sold some mugs before they sold out. Yes, very exciting. It was kind of crazy. I had one person buy 20 of our mugs. So they were like giving them to everybody for Christmas. So we sold out pretty fast after that. Christina says good morning. Good morning, Christina. I don't know who else has joined, but good morning to you guys. I feel like I've got something in my sinuses starting back up. Ugh, I thought I was just over that. Anyway, so all the kids are feeling better today. Emma had strep. She was out yesterday, but she was feeling better yesterday. She's going to be off to school today. Mom! My mom joined live. Look at that. I think it's the first time you've been able to join live. Good morning, Mom. That's so fun. And I'm just getting ready to get off because I have to go get the kids to school. I didn't leave the house at all yesterday. Like, didn't even take the kids to school. And then I had a meeting and had to get my friend Jenny to pick up the kids from school. So I didn't get out even for pickup. So I took the dog on a walk at like 8 o'clock last night. I was like, oh man, I haven't been out of the house all day. And so like, I just want to take the kids to school so I can get out of the house. Y'all, this is problems of a working at home mom. Sometimes you don't get out. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, guys, I've got to go. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Bye.